You know, we think the world is going to be a better place if it's creative, and if we can expose kids to anything that's creative, get them thinking along those ways, we're going to do that.
There is things that we would like to do or like to expose our community to that Art Seek has resources for. So why not come together?
And a lot of times in a school, there's so much that's happening inside of the school. So the opportunity to take the art and bring it outside of the school was something that we really appreciated, because not only do our children and our staff benefit, but our community benefits too, which has always been the goal in serving them in the Riverside community.
To build something that wouldn't affect the narrative of the larger project or what was to come, and could also be easily transformable once we had enough residents involved and enough discussion about what it should eventually look like.
We were able to have a really fun video created that talked about the neighborhood, celebrated what we do, but also was really fun for all the people that we were able to engage with. That's what got me interested is, you know, we got to do that pilot program, see how successful it was, and tap into a different avenue of art making.
I think Indy Art Seek played a huge role in our community, especially this summer when we were trying to figure out ways to get our kids engaged and our local community, to give them an awareness of not only who we are as a school, but also to just bring a little bit of light and color and life to our community.
So many times art lives inside of a school or art lives at an art museum. But when art lives in the community, it's something that we get to celebrate and enjoy without having to go to a school or to an art museum, but it becomes a part of our communities.
I would like for the people to know and to understand that the community is looking and yearning for opportunities, and it's opportunity for growth there, but somebody has to come in and actually care.
Art has a very powerful factor that can connect people, and it can start conversations, it can start dialogues, and it can really be a catalyst for change.
I think that the art that happens in our community helps capture history. It helps people dream about what the future can bring. I think it's really one of the main indicators of a thriving or healthy community.
It helps emotionally. It's your well-being. I mean, when it comes to music, that's art. When it comes to a nice shirt, that's art. There is a lot of things that art contributes to a healthy well-being of a person. I can spend hours and hours talking about how art can contribute to a healthy sleep, but just to be sure, I feel like art is necessary.
Without the arts, I think maybe Vonnegut or something said something about that. It was just like, if there isn't any art, you know, what's worth living? It's just eating, sleeping, and work, you know? That's not fun.
It's beautiful to see all races, socioeconomic, just live together and, you know, hang out together. We see, you know, kids come over and hang out with us and want popsicles, and then they go to somebody else's house for bikes, and they go somebody else for a game. It's just a really cool community.
Providing them more hope, like, okay, more things can come here. Like, we can keep building, we can keep growing, and I feel like, you know, that was a symbolism for a lot of people.
I think it's important to have public art in Indianapolis because it creates a welcoming environment. You know, I've lived in other cities where there's tons of art installations throughout neighborhoods, and so for me it sends a message like that we want people to come, that we're open to people coming to our neighborhood, and that it's a welcoming place to be.
If you see artwork of things that happened in the civil rights era and whatnot, what does that artwork really represent in that level of expression from the artist? What are we gravitating and paying attention to? A level of awareness. That's what art can and will do as we continue to build and grow it throughout our city.
He's continuing to create opportunities. Don't just do it this one time. Like, you have to be consistent. You have to come from a humble place and know that, yeah, things don't happen overnight. So if you want to make a change, you just have to give it energy and keep giving energy in places that are lacking.
I feel like we're living in a risk-adverse culture, and I hate that. So the answer, when you can, should be yes. So when Alejandra and Julia said, we're in, great, we're in.
I think it's a great time for us to think outside of the box and use what's available to us to reach all types of people in different neighborhoods and communities and work on projects such as this and more to be able to help us where we're at.